took the land away from these people?
I took what I wanted.
Juanito?
I took their wives, too.
What kind of an animal are you?
Interesting facts about famous people.
Unconventional Westerns of the classic era. I think it's true to say that there is a typical classic Western style. As I say this, several come to mind. Almost any John Wayne, Randolph Scott, Gary Cooper Western. Today, we are going to take a look at a selection of Westerns that live on the edge of the traditional Western. Still great, but by nature of the location, time frame, style and story, would make it difficult to easily frame them as a traditional Western. Let's have some fun and continue to celebrate the genre. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate it. Let's get into it. The Mark of Zorro, 1940. Director, Ruben Mamoulian. A young Spanish aristocrat must masquerade as a fop in order to maintain his secret identity of Zorro as he restores justice to early California. Linda Darnell was only 16 when she made this film. Tyrone Power, playing her love interest, was 26 by comparison. Basil Rathbone, being a well-known fencer in his own right, was asked how well Tyrone Power did in their scenes in which stunt doubles were not used. Rathbone responded, Tyrone Power could fence Errol Flynn into a cocktail hat. Stars Tyrone Power, Linda Darnell, Basil Rathbone, Gail Stoddard. High Sierra, 1940. Director, Raoul Walsh. After being released from prison, notorious thief Roy Earle is hired by his old boss to help a group of inexperienced criminals plan and carry out the robbery of a California resort. This was the last movie Humphrey Bogart made where he did not receive top billing. The studio thought that Ida Lupino should have top billing because she had such a big hit in They Drive by Night, 1940, which also featured Bogart, and so her name ended above Bogart's on the title card. Bogart was reportedly unhappy about receiving second billing. Stars Ida Lupino, Humphrey Bogart, Alan Curtis, Arthur Kennedy.
I don't know. Babe and I kind of figured our best getaway was over the pass.
All right, I'll take a look at the hotel tomorrow. I'll drive on in and...
Neither does Babe. That's a good one, that is.
What's so funny?
Does he know how to work it?
Yeah. Hey, you know, that gun reminds me of one time 9 or 10 years ago. We was getting ready to do a job back in Iowa. And one of the guys got the shakes. Well, pretty soon we found out that this guy with the shakes had talked too much. And a bunch of coppers are waiting for his down at the sit down and holds it across his knee. The guy with the shakes is sitting right across the room from him. Pretty soon Lefty just touched the trigger a little. And the gun went like that. The rat fell out of his chair dead, and we drove off and left him there. Yeah. We don't want no slip-ups, Mendoza.
The Treasure of Sierra Madre, 1948. Director, John Huston. Two down-on-their-luck Americans searching for work in 1920s Mexico convince an old prospector to help them mine for gold in the Sierra Madre Mountains. Walter Huston, father of director John Huston, won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. John won for Best Director. This was the first father-son win. In his Oscar acceptance speech, Walter Huston said, many years ago, I brought up a boy and I said to him, son, if you ever become a writer, try to write a good part for your old man sometime. Well, by cracky, that's what he did. Stars Humphrey Bogart, Walter Huston, Tim Holt, Bruce Bennett.
Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Better not come any closer.
Viva Sabata, 1952. Director Elia Kazan. The story of Mexican revolutionary Emiliano Zapata, who led a rebellion against the corrupt, oppressive dictatorship of President Porfirio Diaz in the early 20th century. Anthony Quinn won his Oscar for this film on the same night that his father-in-law, Cecil B. DeMille, won the award for Best Picture for The Greatest Show on Earth, 1952. Stars Marlon Brando, Gene Peters, Anthony Quinn, Joseph Wiseman.
I took their wives, too.
Animal.
Coming through the pass, Emiliano. Emiliano, I give you my word. I will stop the troops.
I hope so, but if you can't, I will.
Bad Day at Black Rock, 1955. Director John Sturges. A one-armed stranger comes to a tiny town possessing a terrible past they want to keep secret, by violent means if necessary. The projectionist records have revealed that over the years, this has become one of the most frequently shown films in the White House's screening room. Ernest Borgnine always referred to Spencer Tracy as Mr. Tracy, never by his first name. I was in awe of him, he said. To me, he was the world's greatest actor, and my God, here I am working with the man. 54-year-old Spencer Tracy was widely felt to be too old to play a World War II veteran, especially as the film was set in 1945, when the war had just ended. Stars Spencer Tracy, Robert Ryan, Anne Francis, Dean Jagger.
Well, you're beginning to make me mad.
All strangers do.
No, they don't. No. Some do when they come around snooping.
Looking for what?
I don't know. Outsiders coming in looking for something.
Looking for what? I suppose 4 years from now you'll be sitting around here telling people you haven't forgotten me either. That's real progress. In the meantime, I'll be as dead as a... Why don't you tell me what happened?
Giant, 1956. Director George Stevens. Sprawling epic covering the life of a Texas cattle rancher and his family and associates. 3 days before shooting was scheduled to start, James Dean was entered into an auto race in Palm Springs, California. When producer and director George Stevens found out, he put his foot down and insisted that Dean not be allowed to race until after the production was finished. Stars Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson, James Dean, Carol Baker.
Wait till July.
Eat it while it's hot.
What's the matter with her, Vic? That's what I was afraid of.
The Misfits, 1961. Director John Huston. A divorcee falls for an over-the-hill cowboy who is struggling to maintain his romantically independent lifestyle. Clark Gable got on with Montgomery Cliff and was so impressed with his talents that he showed up to watch him work, even when he himself wasn't called for the day. On the last day of filming, Clark Gable said, regarding Marilyn Monroe,
Howdy do.
"Christ, I'm glad this picture's finished. She damn near gave me a heart attack." The following day, Gable suffered a severe coronary thrombosis, and he died 10 days later at age 59. Stars Clark Gable, Marilyn Monroe, Montgomery Cliff, Thelma Ritter. Lonely Are the Brave, 1962. Director David Miller. A fiercely independent cowboy gets himself locked up in prison to escape with an old friend. After Kirk Douglas read The Brave Cowboy by Edward Abbey, he purchased the rights to it and gave the project to his friend, Dalton Trumbo. Douglas said Trumbo's screenplay was perfect, the best he had ever read, and he didn't change one word of it. Stars Kirk Douglas, Gina Rowlands, Walter Matthau, Michael Caine.
Photographed atop the 10,000-foot-high Sandia Mountains of New Mexico.
We got him. He's right below us. I'll climb down and get him.
He he stood alone, towering over all who would hunt him down.
HUD, 1963. Director, Martin Ritt. Honest and hard-working Texas rancher, Homer Bannon, has a conflict with his unscrupulous, selfish, arrogant, and egotistical son, HUD, who sank into alcoholism after accidentally killing his brother in a car crash. Patricia Neal was particularly proud of one unscripted moment that made it into the film. While talking to HUD about her failed marriage, a huge horsefly flew onto the set. Just as she says she's done with that cold-blooded bastard, she zaps the fly with a dish towel. Martin Ritt loved it and printed the tape. Stars Paul Newman, Melvin Douglas, Patricia Neal, Brandon DeWilde.
I've done my time with one cold-blooded bastard. I'm not looking for another.
It's too late, honey. You already found him.
The Shooting, 1966. Director, Monty Hellman. A mysterious woman persuades two cowboys to help her in a revenge scheme. In Warren Oates' biography, he says that he had a crush on co-star Millie Perkins. Monty Hellman reportedly spent over a year editing the film, then had it played at various film festivals throughout the world. In 1967, it received excellent reviews at the Montreal World Film Festival and was shown out of competition at the Cannes Film Festival. Stars Millie Perkins, Jack Nicholson, Will Hutchins, Warren Oates.
You sure are getting good at that, ma'am.
So are you, Coley.
Me?
So is Mr. Gachet.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.